Hello, people. It's Wednesday. It's the last day of April. Excuse me. The 30th of April. Cheers. So this Friday will be an actual Bandcamp Friday, and I could use your support. So I won't talk so much about it today, but my plan is tomorrow, Thursday, the 1st of April, is to talk about what I have available for sale, and to encourage some of you folks to show some support for the channel, as well as to get some of my music in your collections. So what's going on? Not a whole lot. I couldn't stand to watch the first 100 days speech, but I heard the reports about it. I'll just leave it there. I won't even give an opinion. It's happening. There's nothing I can do about it. So I'll go to the comments again today first. Nice to hear from folks. Folks asking me, it's like I would encourage some of you folks are watching older videos, and I would say to some of you folks who are asking me questions like, what about heavy music? Well, watch some of my older videos. I show you mostly what I'm into at the moment. And I like heavy music, but like, for example, I did actually play this yesterday. Is it right here? Come on, glasses. Where is it? Melvins. Yeah, I did. I played. Before seeing that query about heavy music, I actually just threw this on for a while yesterday. Stoner Witch by Melvins. Didn't listen to the whole album. I like heavy music. I'm very familiar with it. I can play it. My band RAF, or my former band RAF, we were known as a hardcore punk band, but we were very, very heavy. Very heavy. The album proves it. All you gotta do is listen to it. But yeah, I like heavy music. I'm not buying it too much, No, I'm not. Well, thank you for the feedback about the trio improvisations. The next session, the session that I did Saturday, will be online eventually. Hopefully you'll enjoy that. What else here? Yeah, when I said white boy, pencil neck geek white boy music, that's just a general term that I was using in reference to bands like Sad Lovers and Giants. That's all. And yes, of course. Yes, I've heard of More Mother and Sumac. Come on, these questions after a while kind of get a little bit annoying. You ever heard of? You don't have to ask me that, because the answer is probably yes, unless it's something that you did and you haven't released yet. And I do listen to a lot of stuff that is super obscure, but I forget. I can't remember all the names. Someone asked me about Keiji Haino. Keiji Haino is not somebody for me to collect. He's someone for me to know about. That's not something, what he does is not something I want to listen to a whole lot of. So I'll show one, because I know about Keiji Haino. He's someone to know about, okay? Know about this guy. And the way that I enjoy him the best is watching video clips, watching him perform. He's a character. I have to look this up to see what the hell name this is. It's that all black stuff. And you can barely read. Everything is on all black. Yep. Everything. Black. It's on CD. No, it isn't. It's, oh, okay. I have all kinds of stuff in this collection, people. I really do. So there he is. Don't even know how old he is. The card here is barely readable. 1981 is when this album came out. Okay. So I know about Keiji Haino. I've got more Haino, but he's not someone that I'm collecting. The person that asked me the question, what's your favorite Keiji Haino album? He's an artist to know about. That's the way I put it. I want to know about stuff. I do. I'm curious. And he's an artist that I wanted to know about. Folks, I'm aware that there are some people who are into ASMR and they watch my videos partially because of the sound. Now, I'm aware of that, but I'm not doing this on purpose for that reason. This is just part of what I'm doing. Here we go. There's a sticker. So, this is Watashi Dake, Keiji Haino's legendary 1981 debut album. There you go. His debut album. I got it. I have something else by him. I'm not going to look it up, okay? Cheers, people. I'm just going to talk a little bit more about what I listened to yesterday. There's not much else on my mind. Just glad to be alive, seriously. So, it was time to do some Discus digging. I have quite a few Discus music releases because Martin Archer has me on his list of people to send promos to, which I greatly appreciate. So here's one. When it came out, didn't do anything for me. Yesterday I listened to almost all of it, and that was when it hit. This is called Garden of Secrets by Herve, Perez, and Alex Hegyesi. And they play saxophone, shakuhachi, Nepalese flute, bodhran, Tibetan bells, all kinds of percussion on here, bowed and plucked dulcimer. And so this is interesting because it starts off one place and doesn't end there. Some of this sounds almost like kind of jazzy, kind of chasing after that, the ghost of Miles Davis gone electric. That's still a good reference point in my mind. But then they go into these totally acoustic long passages where it's bells and flutes and it sounds like they're outside. Then there's another track on here, I didn't catch the name of it. It sounds like a ritual. It literally sounds like they're having a ritual. I've been to many rituals where you're trying to raise spirits and you're drumming and you're chanting and making a lot of sounds. So this is good. It's from one track to the next, you don't know what you're going to hear. It's pretty cool. The one thing I will say about Discus music in general is that This label is not messing around. Martin Archer is allowing the artists to do what the artists want to do. No concessions, no commercial concessions. This is real artistic expression. It's good stuff. My night listen last night wasn't so hot, so I didn't grab it. Not even bothered to talk about. It's good that I'm discovering, I've got some things in my collection that are not A1. And here's one. I listened to as much of this as I could stand yesterday. Sally Oldfield, Mike Oldfield's sister, Flaming Star. They had that record, what was it called? Sally Angie? I don't have it. The deal is I don't like her voice. I don't like the sound of her voice. It looks good, doesn't it? Musically, it is very good. It is new age. She starts off doing some sort of tribal, some language, not English, like she's calling up the ancestors and that sort of thing. So, in a sense, it struck me as kind of trying to jump on a bandwagon, or you could even say cultural appropriation, but I don't think that. I think we all share and can share. But this didn't get any better, and it was mainly because of her voice. I don't really like it. But see, I'll do that. I'll just go to certain parts of my collection now and say, okay, what's this? So it was next to her brother, Mike Oldfield, Crises. And this is, I got turned on to Tubular Bells when it came out, the very first record on Virgin Records, before The Exorcist, because of reading the English news, music news. I knew about it. So I like Mike Oldfield, collected him for a while, and then sold a lot of it because it was like, I'm not listening to this. And this stuff is not going to grow on me. And this is an example of why. This has a couple of interesting tunes, but it's also does stuff where it's like, it's commercially oriented, like the single, Moonlight Shadow. And I think it's kind of crappy. I think it's kind of crass. Not crass, but it's not. It's just it's okay. He's got great players on here. I enjoy hearing John Anderson's voice from Yes. He's got Simon Phillips on drums. Everyone wants to play with Mike Oldfield because he's a very good musician. But this was just so-so. I still have Tubular Bells and Amadon. I really like those. A couple more things got played yesterday. This, for some reason, got pulled. I just went ahead and played it. Slowdive. I love this band. Holding Our Breath. Now, what's interesting about this was sent to me. I forget who sent this to me. This is a white label. I don't think it's a test pressing. I think it's a white label DJ copy. I don't, most of the time, catch what Slowdive are singing about. I can't say that I even care. It's the sound of their voices and the music. See that? Slowdive. White label. Does this sound different than the pressing that was released? Actually, it does. It does. I have something unique here. It's, I dare say, softer. It's a softer cut. Can I say that? Love this band. Very glad I got to see them on their first round. You could say in many ways, they're one of the biggest bands touring right now. They've been on tour for a couple of years now behind their last album, which I loved. And I played some more Marion Brown. This one was Günter Hampel, the German man who plays vibes. This was apparently someone named Archie's copy of the album. On Paul Bley's Improvising Artists label. Yeah, we see this was yours, Archie. So these are duets and some solos. Now I have to say that Marion Brown had some mental health issues, and at times I can hear it in his playing. I don't think I'm imagining it. It's like he'll get to certain points and it's like, well, this sounds like frustration or something has gone awry. He was doing fine and now we're in this spot. How are we going to get out of here? And to be honest, I listened to some of this one too because I hadn't listened to it for a long time. And it happens on here too. There's a point where it's like you kind of get stuck doing a riff and it's like you can't stop, but it's not doing anything. And when he finally stops, it's kind of like you can feel like oh, thank goodness I got through that. Interesting. Günter Hampel is another interesting musician. Strikes me as a wild individual. His solos on there are wonderful. Really expressive. Really expressive. Interesting to hear someone playing the vibraphone like John Coltrane played the saxophone. How's that? That's Günter Hampel for you. And then, I love Sakamoto, and so I'll go for periods not listening to him, but most of the time, actually, I'm listening to him. Don't show him all the time, but I've got Sakamoto on my playlist quite often. And so this one I've never seen on vinyl. I'd love to get a copy of this on vinyl. Heartbeat. I have both versions, the English edition and the Japanese. I just grabbed it, and the one that I happened to grab last night was the English version. And on this album, he sings the song Sayonara in English. On the Japanese version, it's in Japanese. That's the one to get. Sakamoto butchers the words. It's like, rest in peace, Sakamoto, but it's like, man, yeah, you definitely needed to keep your mouth shut. Bro couldn't sing. And then the English words, the translations, it's like, no, we need to hear this in Japanese. These English words are pretty cheesy. I love Sakamoto, so I don't need to kiss his butt and say things I don't mean. I love his music, but what I don't like, I don't like. Yeah, I didn't like his voice. Love this album. Heartbeat. That's what I have to share. So like I said, today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday. My plan for tomorrow is to feature myself showing people what I have in my discography, specifically to point you to my Bandcamp page and ask you to buy some CDs for me or some albums. I have two things available on vinyl, the RAF album and Future Still, which is available through the record label. When you make the purchase on my Bandcamp site, the order goes directly to the record label in Chicago. When you order my World is Burning CD, and there's 40 left. I checked with Randy, he's got 40 left. He told me to post that there are 30. There's 30 for sale. And those orders, I forward them to Pittsburgh, and Randy sends out the CD. So that'll be the focus. That's my planned focus for the video tomorrow, is to talk about my music and show you what I have for sale and encourage you to please show me some support and buy some music. That's what's on my plate. I haven't heard any further news about my brother, which to me, no news is good news. Hopefully he just got the surgery that he needed and he's going back home. Just to finish up here, I have the Quatermass on a burned CD. So I put this on yesterday, just a burned CD. And this is a much better album than I have given it credit for all these years, mainly because I don't like those vocals. The Black Sheep of the Family, I guess that was a single off of here. Don't particularly care for that. But it keeps moving. And then once they get past that slow bluesy thing, which I don't care for at all, they get into an orchestral thing. And then it's like, oh yeah, here we go. Still doesn't sound like the cover, but that's a good album. That is a good album. Okay, so back to the query about heavy. I like heavy, I'm not in the mood for it, And I do associate a fair amount of heavy music like Dio and Black Sabbath with my youth. So I don't have much of interest in listening to that stuff these days, but I still love it. That's what I have for you today, people. Talk to me. Stay well, family. Nothing but love for you all. Nothing but love for everyone, including the people who are trying to destroy us. I love them too, but they just make me concerned. How's that?